the record is. Thank you. So you click got it. So I should have recorded for that part, but didn't. So okay. So the first thing that I have is I have a female that passed with breathing issues, and I even think that maybe she passed of COVID or in during the time that COVID was really active. But it's like a lot of respiratory stuff, and that she passed. And again, I keep hearing COVID. So who's got a connection with that? Speak up, raise your hand. Okay, so Maggie, so let's see, we got a couple of people raising their hands. So I gotta like figure out how to view this. All right. Melody and Maggie. All right. So that raising the hand works. Okay. All right. So I'm going to just keep talking with you. The next thing that's being given to me with both of you is I've got October. So who's got an October, living or past? And again, with the COVID or the passing with the respiratory during COVID. So Maggie and I think it was Melody. You guys want to like unmute? I'm going to ask you to unmute yourselves. And yeah. So can you tell me if that both of you, one of you, Maggie, go first?
Okay, so is Melody a blonde?
I think so, yes.
Okay, it might be the same person I'm speaking of because I'm sitting on her mama's couch and she passed away from COVID. Melody's mom did.
Okay, but there's a Melody here too that had her hand up.
Okay, I didn't know if maybe it was because the lady's couch that I'm sitting on that passed away from COVID, her daughter's name is Melanie.
Okay, all right. Well, let's go with that. But we also have a Melody that had in the audience as well. Okay, all right. Okay, so well, then you just opened up a lion's den. Okay, so I've got all right, so I want to say that, well, first of all, that the mother is okay and that she can breathe. Okay. I'm also supposed to say she's in her right mind. So I kind of feel like around her passing, there might have been some confusion or things like that. So it's like I'm hearing right mind in that. She's also talking about being very, very particular. So I don't know if this woman, if it's somebody in your realm, if it's her daughter, the about being very, very organized, like very, very structured, and you don't go out of the box. Okay. All right, thank you. The next thing that they're giving to me, and again, I don't know if this is with her or if it's with you and somebody else, they're giving me a truck driver. Where does a truck driver come in, living or past? Where does the truck driver fit in?
So past, my boyfriend's brother was a truck driver. Living, my children's father was a truck driver, and he is in stage 4 cancer.
Okay. Right now. All right. So making acknowledgement of that. All right. So there's somebody like everybody got the same tattoo. Where is the thing where everybody got a same tattoo or a similar tattoo? And I think it's like maybe honoring somebody that passed.
My son's son got an exact tattoo of what his dad had on his back.
Okay, so he's making acknowledgement to that. They're talking about a house on fire. Did somebody's house catch on fire?
I just spoke to a friend of mine that I hadn't talked to in several years, and I asked about his parents' house in Kissimmee, and he told me it had caught on fire, and he had to leave the house.
Okay. All right. And so this is like one of those examples to everyone. So they will talk about things that conversations you were just having. So I've got Bobby. I got a lot of people.
I want the
I
gossip.
also
Give
got
me-
another young, I'm gonna call him a young man. I don't know, he might have been in his 30s, but he passed, but he was like a son to you as well.
Yes, it
Like
was.
if you
Yes,
okay.
it was my
And
boyfriend's son. Hmm.
okay, and then he also at some point had, and I don't know if this is what he died with or if but like if there were drug issues or drug problems, and I don't know.
Yes,
Is that
fentanyl
how he died?
poisoning. Fentanyl poisoning. Yes, the same as
Okay.
father, both of them.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Um, the one thing that I'm hearing to tell you is that you are making a difference in people's lives and helping people like other families recover. Okay.
I work on that.
Um,
Yes.
yeah. And was there something recently where you were like, I don't know what the right word is, like in court or petitioning for something to uh change, like to get
Yes, I've
I don't
gone
know.
before the county commissioners for change in our area, like to have Narcan distributed in the health department, and that did come into fruition recently.
Okay, because they're making acknowledgement to that. All right. I'm afraid of heights like you care, but why am I telling you that? Did you just go skydiving?
No, I've been parasailing. I am afraid of heights. I fell out of a tree as a kid, but my child's father used to work, like he built Epcot, the big round spaceship thing that they have at
Okay.
Epcot.
Uh-huh.
He
Uh-huh.
was at the top of it. I have pictures of him at the
Okay.
top.
Okay, thank you. Oh, all right, thank you. Um, so like we're just there. Like either we just had it or we're having it in a couple of days, but a birthday, anniversary, passing date.
Mom's birthday is in 2 days, the
Okay.
27th.
All right. Well, because happy birthday. Who has a past? Like they're giving me a scar down the front. So like if somebody had open heart surgery or some kind of stomach surgery, but they're giving me a scar and it's on the other. They're on the other side.
I am not 100% sure, but I lost a friend 2 years ago to lung cancer. I'm not sure if he had, if there was a scar there with him or
Right.
not.
Right.
But
Okay. Um.
oh, my ex-boyfriend had a scar down the front of him. Yeah, he
Okay.
had
All
a
right.
scar
Thank
down
you.
the front of
Thank
him.
you.
It's been a
Um.
while.
Yeah. Well, right. All right. So, but that's okay. Wayne.
That's my boyfriend's dad.
Okay. All right. He's playing guitars.
He built guitars, yes.
Okay. All right. Um, I hate numbers. He's giving me 79. So does 79 mean anything? Is somebody 79? Was somebody born in 79?
I think he might
Graduate
have been 79. Yeah, he might have been 79 when he passed, but my daughter's birthday is July the 9th.
Okay, which would be 79. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. I got like a swimsuit competition, or I don't know if it's like a t-shirt, like a wet t-shirt competition. Was somebody in like a swimsuit or a wet t-shirt competition, or is there a joke or a story about that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, and I'm going to argue for just a moment. Was somebody trying on swimsuits and prancing around or modeling or um
My daughter did. She modeled in some swimsuits and we took
that
photos of
pops
her.
the balloon. Okay,
Yeah,
that pops the balloon. Okay. Because I kept seeing posing and I'm trying to figure it out.
yeah, we
Okay.
did that with
All
her.
right. Thank you. Um, they're talking about teeth. Did somebody just have their teeth done?
My
Uh,
great granddaughter is getting her teeth in.
okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. There is um there's a woman here and you know her or you don't know her. It's kind of like so I feel like she was acquaintance, but she died from a dog bite on the neck or the throat.
That was Karen's mother.
Okay,
Karen used to work
and a
for me, her
dog,
mom.
like a pit bull or something, had
Yes,
attacked
and I
her,
just got a
attacking
message
a
from
dog.
Karen. Yes, yes.
Okay,
They
okay,
killed
all
her
right.
and
So
her
that's
little dog. Hmm.
okay, all right.
Wow.
And she's there, and she's I don't know, she's okay, but she's just, I don't know why I think she just wants to say hello, and go through that process. They're putting me on a fire truck. Did somebody work for the fire department or a paramedic or,
My
um,
niece's husband is a fireman.
okay.
And
All right.
my aunt's husband was the fire marshal for many years.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um, they're playing. Okay. So this is kind of funny. It's like what I'm seeing is a checkerboard, and like if somebody were playing checkers, but you have to let them win because they're a really, really bad sport. Um, where does that fit in? Who doesn't like to lose?
Well, growing up as a child, we had this old man that was like 90 years old where we'd always go over and play checkers with him, but he would let us win.
Okay, all right. And who was this? Who's the cigar smoker on the other side, or is
My
pipe?
dad,
Like it's not okay.
dad.
Um, because I'm getting that, and then there's okay. So is there a joke? I'm sorry. Is there a joke about? I'm going to use like Wednesday nights. It might be like a Friday night, but like there's a joke about like they can't wait for a particular night because that's when they get to smoke their happy stuff, um like their
No, but
pot.
I was talking to somebody and they were telling me about their son couldn't wait till Friday night because that's the only time he would smoke his marijuana.
Okay, thank you. I
Yeah,
like it when
yeah.
they're in those
I did have that
conversations. Okay.
conversation with somebody.
Okay. In living, somebody is having issues with their ear or their hearing.
My mother.
Okay. Okay. All right. So they're giving me that, and they just, and it's like, they just want her to know that they love her and that she's supported. And it's kind of like I'm supposed to tell her to stop being so ornery with that.
That makes sense.
Okay, all right. Okay. Um, and I think that they might be done with you. Now I'll just put it out to
Okay.
everybody. The person I start with, a lot of times I'll go back with things. So want to tell you thank you for sharing.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, Melody, did you have anything that you were
No, that
getting in
wasn't for
this?
me. Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So let me just keep going. So, the COVID's going to come up today. So I have a man that passed with COVID. Um, and to me, he had already had some health issues, but he passed with COVID. So, who has that? So we've got Willow, Sherry. All right. And I can't see if there's anybody else. All right. All right. So I'm gonna just keep talking. So, but it's a male for both of you, correct? That passed with COVID. Okay. And but one had already, like, somebody, okay, they're splitting them up. One had already been having health problems. Okay, so I guess that's for both of them, huh? All right. And that it's almost like they got sick being taken care of. I don't did somebody get sick being taken care of, or they were in the doctors or the hospital? Okay. All right. Willow, no, but Willow, you stay because I've got two different individuals. Okay. Whatever this was, so I'm going to talk about the one that was like got sick, like at doctors or hospital. Okay. So that would be to Sherry's group. So I'm going to talk to you for just a moment. And somebody got very upset because they couldn't see him, they couldn't visit with him. Um, okay. All right. So, and you can take yourself off speaker if you want, or off mute. Let me,
Okay.
yeah, there. So that way you can, that you can talk with that. He, so first of all, you're not in trouble and he's not upset that people couldn't see him or talk to him. Okay. This is important. Am I making sense?
Remember, you couldn't come to visit him?
I know, because he had the COVID.
Right, right.
He's not
Okay.
Oh, well, good, because
yeah.
I could have come one day sooner after the COVID. See, the COVID killed him because it damaged his heart past
Right,
the point that he couldn't live anymore.
right.
The COVID that did it. Otherwise, he
Yeah,
could
yeah.
have lived longer.
Well, so one of the things that he's telling me is that he loves you, and that okay, is this your husband?
Yes.
Okay, all right. But he loves you. And then he's giving me an attorney. Is there was somebody in the family an attorney or working law or
his daughter's husband was an attorney.
okay. All right, thank you. All right. But he can breathe. He's okay. He's like you care. I was born in France and he's giving me France. So what's the French connection?
Oh,
Katia was born in, she's French.
wow. I'm French.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's where the Renae comes from. My mother added that in. Okay. So, all right. But he wants you to know that he loves you. The other thing is that he wants you to know that he wants you to be happy
Thank you.
and that he's I'm just going to tell you he's a very loving man.
Yes.
Yes, you know, so it's like he's giving you a hug and it's kind of like I'm supposed to tell you you're sexy as hell. Okay, like he's very attracted to you. Does that make sense? Does that make sense in your okay?
A lot.
Well, I know, but you know, this is just in the way that he's sharing it. He's giving me 5 with children. Are there 5 children in the family? Is he one of 5? You're one of 5. Are there 5
Yes.
grandchildren?
Yes, there was.
Steve, Frankie, Joe, Mark. Yes, 5 children.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so and today's your birthday. So happy birthday.
My
Okay.
birthday.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, happy birthday to you. Okay, so just ride the boat with me. Is there something where somebody has like they keep giving me they keep giving me a bullseye, right? Like a
Oh my
target or a
goodness.
dartboard.
Because I called him a bull. He was a bull. He was a bull in the china shop. Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, he keeps giving me a bullseye. That's I
Oh,
didn't
yes.
know what to do with this. I didn't know somebody had archery issues. Okay. All right. Thank you. So they're talking about ice skating. Is there a story about somebody ice skating?
Yes.
Or okay.
Oh, that's funny. Yes.
Okay.
We were
All right.
watching ice skating on television, and he told me a lady that he was walking with before me, and she was a heavy set, and he made a joke. I used to carry her on my arm when I was. It was a joke between us. Yes.
Right, right. But that would be why he's giving it to me. I
funny.
love that. I love it. Okay.
Oh, tell him I love
So-
him.
He knows he knows he's hanging out with you. They're giving me so I want to ask, is there was somebody like a gym teacher? They're giving me a whistle on a string. Is there was somebody a gym teacher or blow a whistle or
He had a fire whistle. He used to be a fireman.
okay, thank you, because he's blowing the whistle. Okay. Thank you. I love that. Okay.
I used it at school.
What is June? Birthday, anniversary, passing date, living or past?
What is
Ye-
June?
He passed in December 4th.
Yeah, but what's June to any of you? Right? All of you were there. What's June? Birthday, anniversary, passing date?
It's my anniversary's in June.
Okay, thank
My
you.
mom's birthday.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yours too?
Okay, so has somebody been married like 3 times?
Well, that's me too.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um
Oh my God.
I'm trying to, okay, so I have like, I'm not a drinker, not because I think it's bad, just because I don't like it, okay? But it's like, who has like no, that's not the right word. Who is very picky about their alcohol, either it's wine or other stuff? Who is very particular about the brand or the type or their alcohol, like their wine or something?
Brew.
Well, and also had loved to keep his bottle of wine he bought in Italy.
Okay, okay, thank you. Because I keep seeing bottles, but like also being picky.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I make my own
yeah.
brew and I have my bottle.
And she's very picky about it.
Okay, I love that. I love it. Okay,
She makes her own home
I'm
brew.
I'm sorry. Was somebody just buying underwear? Did somebody just buy new underwear? Okay. All right. Thank you. I don't know why I'm telling you, but or making acknowledgement of that. All right. So I hate numbers. 16, the 16th of a month mean anything? Is somebody 16? Somebody been married 16 years. January 6th.
Oh,
No, 16.
January 6th. Does January mean anything? And the 6th month is June. Does January and June mean anything? Birthdays, anniversaries, passing dates?
Anniversary.
Okay. Willow, does 16 mean anything to you? Okay. I just,
Died in
I'm gonna,
January.
huh?
Daddy died in January. And their anniversary.
Okay. Well, what about June?
June 15th. June 15th.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Living, somebody's had respiratory issues. Who's got the respiratory issues living?
I
Katia
do too.
and
Okay.
Susan.
Okay. Okay. All right. Which one of you is not taking care of them?
Not
Me,
Katia. Both of them.
both of them.
Neither of them are
Okay.
taking care of them.
Okay, because it's like, to me, we need to like be taking better care of whatever. If to me, that's if it's taking deep breaths, if it's stopping smoking, whatever that might be. But they're saying we need to take better care. Does that make
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
okay? Now I'm not judging, right? I'm just the messenger. So okay. Okay, so who who has the mother passed in your audience, in your group?
Me.
Okay, all of you. All right. What I've got is a mother talking about wearing her. Who's wearing something of their mom's or has something of their mom's, was recently wearing something of their mom's.
I'm wearing Katia's mother's dragon.
Yeah,
I'm wearing
Okay,
my mother's wedding
I
ring.
never noticed.
it was your mom's.
It was my mom's wedding ring.
Okay, all right, because
Wear
they're
it all
making.
the time. I
All
never
right,
take it off.
all right. So let me talk to
My
you for
mother-
just a moment.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So it could be, and Katia's mom could be doing that as well. Okay. What's your name?
Susan.
Susan?
I'm Susan. I'm the one that wears my mom's wedding ring all the
Okay.
time.
All right. So I want to talk to you from your mother. And the first thing that she is doing is she's apologizing. Okay? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first thing that she's doing, and she's apologizing. And I don't know what she's apologizing for, but what I do know is that she wants you to know that she loves you and that she's proud of you, but that it's kind of like she didn't know how to show you how she loved you. She was more critical
Oh,
with
God.
you than she needed to. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
But she wants you to know that she loves you and that you matter and that you're important. And I'm also supposed to say that you're not a mistake and that you're not a screw up. Why am I telling you that?
I don't know, because I know
Um,
she wanted a girl, so I know
well,
I'm not a mistake.
I don't.
Does it make sense?
It kind of does. Yeah.
Okay. And I wish I could just put the feelings that I'm getting in your head, and that way it would be better than me trying to translate it. But it's like she's really sincerely apologizing for not, like, her lack of support or not supporting you in the way that you needed to be supported. And to me, that could be emotional support, or you can do it,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. She just, in her life, it was about surviving.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That makes
Okay. And you just do what you have to do, and you don't have
Yes.
dreams, you don't have expectations.
Yes.
And so, like, anytime you had a big dream or a goal, she'd tell you why that wouldn't work.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. And that's, to me, it's a lot about, that's why she is apologizing
Yes.
with that.
makes it. It's a story of survival. We had a lot of
Yeah.
tragedy. We had a lot of
Yeah.
tragedy.
And so she wants you to do what makes you happy.
Yes. That makes sense.
Okay. And that's really, really important. But life is not just about surviving.
Yes.
Okay. And that's what she wants you to know.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
And but she's really apologizing because she taught you well to be afraid of making decisions.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I can understand that.
Yeah. So it's like, be cautious, think about it.
Yes.
And and fear is the unknown, the what ifs. And so she always lived in a what if,
Yes.
of a what if in the worst circumstance.
Yes.
And so it's kind of like, I want to tell you, in the way that I'm hearing it, is, what if the most wonderful thing could happen if I did this?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So of taking that, but she wants you to know that she loves you. I know that you know that she loved you,
Yeah.
but she wants you to know that she believes in you,
Oh,
and that
okay.
and that she wants you to be happy and do the things that do make you happy.
Okay.
Am I making sense? Okay. I've
Yeah.
got a male under somebody passed. Did somebody lose a son or a younger brother?
Brother, my brother just.
I can't hear what she's saying.
She lost her brother.
I lost my brother.
Was he younger than you? Or was he younger when,
He was 8 years old.
did he die as a child?
No. Oh, well, no.
Sharon, we lost Kimmy, our cousin Kimmy. He's younger than us.
But he wasn't our brother.
Yeah, but I mean, I lost my brother, but he was older than me.
Me too.
Okay. Was he still young when he passed?
Yeah. Well, he was probably in his late 30s, maybe maybe it's about 40.
Well, is he younger at the age that he passed than he is with the age that you are now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And was his, okay. All right. Thank you. But he keeps giving me younger than you now. So, okay. His passing was unexpected.
It was a heroin overdose.
It was a what?
It was a heroin overdose.
Okay. All right. Because it was unexpected. Even by him. So,
In the heroin that he didn't know.
yeah. But he is there. He is okay. And he's also, like, with your mom, and then there's another man on the other side. Is that your dad?
My dad
Okay.
and my other brother.
All right. So, like, they're saying that there's a family reunion with that. Okay. So why are they giving me peaches? Is somebody from Georgia? Is there a story about peaches?
We always love to have peaches with ice cream.
Okay, so that was a big thing for you and your family. Okay, and that would be why I have it. Okay, I've got 2 people over here were smokers that passed, and they're smoking in heaven. Okay, all right, and that's just something that I'll get a lot. Okay,
My brother and my
all right.
mom.
They're putting me in, like, a library or a bookstore. Is or was somebody a teacher or work in a bookstore or have a library or have a lot of books?
My brother did. He had a lot of books.
Okay. Because I'm just seeing, like, shelves of books. Okay. They're giving me, like, if somebody had a lazy eye or was blind in an eye. You could have just had laser surgery in an eye. I don't know. But somebody have a lazy eye? Was somebody blind in an eye?
My brother did. He had a eye problem, and he
Okay.
wanted to be a pilot, and he had an eye problem, so they wouldn't let him be
Okay.
a pilot.
All right. Thank you. They're giving me a flag, like an American flag. Is there was somebody in the military?
My dad was in World War II.
Okay. Now your dad would be making fun of you for being here today.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
That's
was
that's what he's saying. He'd be making fun of you for being here today. He's
yeah.
he's giving me three with children. Are you one of three, or are there three other people? And is your dad one of three, or your mom one of three?
I'm one of so we have 4 boys and 4 girls, so I had 3 other sisters.
Okay, they're giving me three with children. Do you have 3 children?
Sherry, this might be about
I had some miscarriages.
Okay, and
Uh,
any children?
There's 3 of us.
Oh, there's 3 of us. Yeah, I'm one of 3.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And my sister has 3 kids.
Okay, all right. And so I'm talking to the lady in the blue, right, who I've been talking to for a few minutes.
Okay.
All right. So is there a story about somebody having a mole on their chest or a third nipple
Huh?
or a birthmark? Sorry, I'm just the messenger. Does somebody have a birthmark on their chest, or is there a story about somebody having a third nipple? Anybody got that?
Third nipple. I had to have breast surgery and I had a nipple taken off.
Okay.
Remember that? I had that.
Did they replace it?
No. I had the nipple had to come off. I had a tumor
Right.
on my left breast, and she had to take the nipple off.
Okay, and they didn't reconstruct it.
Oh,
Okay. Maybe that's what they're talking about, but I was seeing it as a third nipple.
My
Do you know?
sister had breast cancer. One of my sister that passed had breast cancer.
Okay.
But
I think the nipple thing goes to Susan. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where that goes. It was just weird, but okay.
It is a weird thing.
Yeah, and well, it's like, and why would I make it up? That's all that I can say.
Exactly. That's
So-
exactly it.
All right. So somebody collects dogs. Now, I don't know if they just keep adopting them, or if a dog dies, they get the same kind of dog. Who collects the dogs?
I have 3 dogs, real dogs.
Okay. All right.
Down to 3. Oh yeah, she's got 4.
She's got dogs too.
I got 4 dogs.
Okay. And is there anything about, like, if somebody loves a particular breed, and if the dog passes, they get that breed again, or that they breed dogs? Okay.
Shepherds.
All right.
Shepherds.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So all of you are kind of getting at something, right? Because you've got some from your parents and your sisters back there. Is that
Kara's
right?
back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And who has a male to the side? Well, other than Kasia, did I say it right? Kasia, other than, because I know her husband's passed, but does anybody else have a partner or a spouse passed, or a brother or brother-in-law? Well, I know that you have brothers passed. I'm pointing at the screen like you would know.
I have a sister that
Huh?
have a sister that passed.
No, I've got like a significant other passed.
Okay.
And is that just with Kasia?
I can't hear what you said.
Do you
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just her. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to see where that was going. Okay. All right. So I want to tell you guys, thank you for sharing with me. I think I'm moving on to the next person. We will see. And Willow, let's see if we can get you back here. And
Funny about
I don't know. Willow, are you there? Okay. All right. And I'm gonna ask you to unmute for just a second. All right. Okay. Any of the stuff I said to them make sense to you?
There were quite a few things. A lot of it, no, but there were quite a few things. Yeah, that
Okay.
kind of reminded
All
me of
right.
my father-in-law.
Okay. All right. So, because I felt like whoever this is for you is still hanging out. Okay. So, all right. So I have that male energy, and that again, he is okay. Um, all right, and he is on the other side. And but was there an issue again where somebody couldn't see him before he passed or say goodbye before he passed?
Yeah, he was in
Yeah.
the hospital in Oregon. No one was allowed.
Yeah. And I know that that created like what I call like a lot of grief. It was like hard. And he just wants everybody to know that um he knows how they felt, and he could see, and that he wants everybody to know that he loves him. Now, did he have two different services or funerals? Did he have like more than one service or funeral?
He had a very small private one, and then later, when everybody could come, they did like
They
a.
had another one, so he's making acknowledgement to that. Um, who does who does like wood carving or whittling?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm doing it wrong. So he's giving me like little wooden carvings. Does somebody collect like little wooden carvings, like a little wooden horse or um
He had quite a few wooden different trinkets around his
figurines?
home.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just something again, him making acknowledgement of. Now, there's also a female with him. Is this a grandmother, a mother? There's also a female on the other side. So is it like, and it may not be related to him. Is your mother or your grandmother passed or
My grandmother is passed too, but he also
okay.
has a wife that passed.
Okay, all right. So that could be where I'm going. I'm just trying to figure out where that is. And he's with her. So because he said he was with her. Okay, and um he's giving me military. So, okay. All right. And he's real proud of his family. I mean like proud of all of them. Now he's giving me 5 with children. Are there 5 children?
So he has
Okay.
5 children. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, cuz that's one of the things. And I'm just supposed to tell you that he loves you and to tell your husband. Who's the R? I keep getting a letter R.
That's my husband.
Okay. That he loves him and he's proud of him. And that um do you have 2 boys?
No, one of each.
One a boy and a girl. Okay. Okay. Um I don't know, do you have another boy that's like family? Is there
Mel's boys. Mel's boys and big boys.
but he's given okay, so one of each, but is there another boy in the family? Like, is there another grandson or other grandsons?
His daughter has 3 boys.
Okay. All right. So I'm just not getting the numbers right and how he's trying to show me. Okay. Did somebody lose a finger or the end of a finger or almost lose a finger?
Um, I mean, probably. I don't know all the story, but
I'm just gonna give it to you.
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so he's giving me weird things, like, and I don't know where they go in the line of things, but he's putting like if somebody had to have braces on their legs, or we had to break their legs to fix their legs.
My daughter had casts on her legs.
Okay, all right, thank you. Like young, right?
As an infant.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So okay, so that's just something that he's giving me. All right. So he's pulling a middle name forward. This is something that I get a lot. He's pulling a middle name forward. And so does somebody go by their middle name, or is somebody's middle name after someone else?
Yes. Yeah. A lot of the middle
Okay.
family are on his side. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right. So I have to tell you, he's really excited to be here. um, um, and he keeps talking about the military. I don't know. Did you guys retire from the military or have a long
We
career,
were all
family?
in the military. He had a long
Okay.
career. His other son
o-
did. We were all in the military.
Okay. All right. Thank you. He's giving me passports. So has somebody been recently traveling, or is somebody talking about going out of the country?
Yeah, I keep pushing my husband to renew his. I want to go to Ireland.
Okay.
Thank you, Dad.
All right. uh, I love that. Okay. He's giving. Okay, so this happens a lot. Um, is somebody's name spelt wrong?
Well, no, but everybody spells it wrong.
Is it wrong?
That's
Okay.
our
All
last
right.
name.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Because I keep getting it spelt wrong or something. Okay. I love that. All right. All right. What is July? Birthday, anniversary, passing date, living or past?
Daughter's birthday.
Okay. All right. Um, why is he giving me, and see, I always forget which universe they're in. I think it's the Marvel universe. Why is he giving me Thor?
Oh, that's for his daughter, Kim. She's coming to dinner tonight. She loves Thor.
All right. All right. Thank
I know
you.
who that's too.
I love that he's making acknowledgement about that and coming in. All right. And there's also a trip planned, like you guys are planning a trip or somebody's coming in to visit, but he's talking about a trip. Okay. And is somebody own two houses or looking at owning a second house, or wanting to buy another house, or is in the process of moving from one house to the other?
Ooh, I don't know. I can find out. I don't know though.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this would make sense to you. Were you talking with somebody about them looking for another house, or um
I was talking about my son moving to a different place, but not owning a house, like renting an
right,
apartment.
but like moving. Okay, and that's just okay. And that can be what it is. And to me, it's like it could be that somebody has a house or they even rent a place, but they have an RV and they live part-time traveling on the road and then come home. I mean, it could be, but I get two locations. So it could be, is your son looking at more than one place, or there's talk about,
Possibly, yeah.
okay. Yeah. All right. So that's where that's going. Okay. Who is or was a doctor or work in the medical field?
That's my niece. She's a nurse.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. He's telling me to sit up straight.
Sounds about right. He's a little bossy.
I love that. Okay, so I'm just supposed to say that he loves everybody. Tell his kids that he loves them very much, and that he really is okay. All right, that he really is okay. And who's got like a tattoo on their wrist?
Oh, there's a few of us. Uh-huh.
Okay. Because he's just making acknowledgement of that. But to me, it's not just a tattoo. I mean, it has meaning.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. And he's funny. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, okay, well, I can go and let my kundalini rise now.
Oh, that's for me. Oh, love you, Dad.
Okay, thank you. But it was like so out of the blue. So
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
all right. Well, thank you for sharing with me. All right, let's see what else I have here. All right. And this COVID thing is big. I think we've got, okay. All right. Is there anybody else that has a COVID issue or a COVID passing? If you could raise your hand. Okay, so because Maggie, I know I got you before, but anybody? Yeah. Okay, okay. All right, and two others. So let me see. Melody, Terry. All right. So I'm gonna talk because all right. So this is again another male. Terry, does that make sense to you? No, all right. Melody, does the Maggie, it makes sense to Melody, does it make sense to you? I don't know where she went. So.
No, it wasn't COVID, not for the male part.
Okay. So the females were COVID for both of you? All
Yes.
right. Was this a younger person? Terry, I'm going to talk to you for a moment. So, because they're directing me that way. So, if you can unmute.
Okay. Yeah, it was a younger, she was younger than me.
Okay. All right. Because I get younger, but like to me, it wasn't like like what I call senior take from that. I know, well, anyway, I get that to me she was a little bit more active. Do you understand what I'm going with? Okay.
Right.
Okay. And somebody and it's like, okay, so I've got I've got a confusion. Do you have several women passed? Are there
Yes.
several women? Okay. And is there also do you have a niece passed or somebody have a niece that's passed, or do you have a friend that lost a daughter or a niece? And it doesn't have to be to COVID, but I'm just getting several people.
Not a niece. Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, I'm getting several females passed with you.
Right.
Okay. All right. All right. And so who is Elizabeth? Living or past?
Elizabeth. Oh, my sister is, I did lose a niece, a baby when she was a baby, a niece, Hazel.
Okay.
And I don't think it was Elizabeth. There's not a
No,
name.
no. I'm just asking who Elizabeth is, living or past. I mean, I just have the
Oh,
name. I mean, you could have talked to Beth yesterday. Do you know what I mean? I'm just
right,
hearing Elizabeth.
right.
Okay, well, we'll just put that to the side at this
Okay.
moment. And so I'm going to come back to the female that passed. And to me it was like you were close, right? Like it was a close friendship or a close connection.
Yes, I lost a partner.
Okay. Okay. All right. Debbie?
No, it was
Okay.
years ago. Nanette.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Because I'm like, no, I don't.
No, Debbie's still here.
I didn't have her. That's why my face was. Okay. All right. But you did lose okay, you lost a part. Well, I was confused in the way that this was coming in. Okay,
Right.
so she's giving me May. What's May? Birthday, anniversary, passing date, living or past.
Um,
And
May's an anniversary date,
okay. All right.
but
And
not a
why is she
birthday.
giving me the Mardi Gras, New Orleans, the Mardi Gras? Is that a big
It's a big thing here in Mobile. She loved Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Yeah.
okay, okay, because she was throwing beads at me.
Yeah. Well, that
Okay.
could also, yeah,
Okay.
it could also be my
All right.
mom. My mom loved it.
Okay. Okay. And so I don't even know how to explain this. So it's
Uh-oh.
like I'm seeing a bus, or then I'm seeing a boat, and I'm seeing I don't have a way to explain it, but like if you had them in a garage and
Yes.
then you're painting them or putting decals on them.
Yeah, I own a business doing car graphics on
Oh, thank you.
car wraps and all. Yeah.
Okay, okay, I'm not crazy. All right.
Mm.
Um Okay, so there's also a little dog on the other side. Did you lose a little dog?
Oh,
Yeah. 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 And the dog is here. And you're a good mother. You're a good, but you have the dog with you. So there's something, I don't know if you had the dog cremated or if you have pictures of it, but you have the dog with you.
oh yeah.
Yeah. But the dog is it, yeah, you're a good mom. It loves you. Um but it was like and it was with you wherever you went. I mean, it was like it just loved to be a well,
Oh
if
yeah,
we
he was my shop dog. I had him since he was 6 weeks old.
yeah, and it just was always there.
Yeah, always.
Um, yeah, yeah, we're a good mom. So the next thing that they're giving me, and I just got like a lot of stuff. And is your mom passed too?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All
There.
right. And so you're precious. Now, why is she giving me mustard? Is somebody picky about mustard? Does somebody not like mustard?
My God. Well, I don't particularly care for it, but she never really made me eat it. But it's not one of my favorite things. I could be one of the things that she knows that I don't like.
Okay. Well, like if you're making something and somebody says, "Do you want mustard?" You might say
Yeah, no.
no, or
Yeah, I
okay,
always
that
say
would be
no
why I
now.
have it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Um, and I'm supposed to tell you that she looks good. And your dad's on the other side?
no, no, I shouldn't even say it. My dad is still here, very healthy, and 90
Okay,
years
but
old.
so is your partner's dad on the other side?
Yes, 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 yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
because I definitely have a dad from the other side.
Oh yeah,
And
he's
so
over there.
he's making acknowledgement. Okay, what's January, birthday, anniversary, passing date, living or past?
Uh, January, my mom and my sister passed. I mean, my
Okay.
my sister passed in January.
Okay. All right. They're giving me like awards. Did somebody win awards for something?
Uh, uh, my sister did. Um, selling perfume, she won uh a big award from Cher. Uh,
Okay. That
the-
well, that would count.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. I'm supposed to tell you that you're loved. And very much. And who collects I want to call who collects shot glasses? Or either somebody worked or owned a bar or something, or worked in a bar, or owned a bar, or
I think I'm trying to remember. I think my sister's her husband who had passed, I think he had some. He might have collected some. I know Nanette collected a few. She didn't have a big collection though.
did somebody did somebody own a bar or work in a bar?
Um,
I mean, like, do you have a friend that owns a bar or works in a bar?
I
Uh,
had a lot of people that worked in a bar at one time. We used to hang out
yeah.
at a special bar in Montgomery. We all would hang out there. Oh, well, I have my sister just reminded me that my best friend has a she shed here and she calls it her bar and we all
Okay. Okay. Thank you. That pops the
hang out
balloon.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. Why are they giving me baseball? Somebody like baseball? Somebody like to go to the ball games? Did somebody play baseball, softball?
More on football than anything. I think that's the big thing for all of us. But
It's football.
um
Okay.
and Debbie played softball, but that's about.
Okay. Well, I keep seeing ball caps and like a softball or a baseball. Were you just talking about softball or baseball or
I did talk about Alabama softball today to somebody about
okay,
it.
that will
Yes,
be
yeah,
why I
yeah,
have it.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Um,
Mm.
okay. they're giving me an airplane. Was somebody a pilot? Did somebody fly? Somebody work for the airlines? Uh, you just bought
No,
airline tickets?
I just did buy airline tickets, yes. To head
Okay.
home. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Um, who had 3 funerals? Like they're talking about 3. They got to have 3 funerals.
God. And well, we had 2. Well, actually, that would be 3. We had Hazel, my mom, and my sister. So yeah,
Okay. Are they all in the same area or the same place or
all up in Maryland. Yes, that's where
okay.
they all were. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Um,
Mm.
who's the artist? Like is very creative, is very artistic. Is that
That
you
would
because of what you
that
do
yeah,
or
that would be me. Yeah, I used to.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Um, they're talking okay, so the next thing they're giving me are knees. Did somebody have issues with their knees? And I don't know if this is living or past or have to have knee surgery. What's the knee thing?
Uh, my sister and I both have knee problems, and my dad too. So
Okay.
all 3 of us.
Okay. All right. Your mom is very insistent to let you know that everybody is okay over here. Or are we worried about somebody over here?
Yes,
Okay. Who are we worried about?
my sister, who
The
had
one that passed,
yes,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And just keep explaining it to me because they're telling me that we're worried, and I guess I just need to hear it out loud to help
Well,
provide
she
the
she had got notified that she wasn't answering her door, and the police and everybody had to go there, and they found her passed in her bed, and none of us
okay.
know what had happened. So
Okay. Okay. All right. All right, because they keep giving me that everybody was worried, and I kept getting sudden, but
yeah,
I don't get what I don't get is like that she did anything,
yeah,
to have
yeah.
caused it, or that and I don't get that she suffered. It's kind of like she went to sleep. She did have a headache.
Mm,
She
that's
did have
about
a
right.
headache, and but she didn't think anything about it. And she had a headache, and then she just woke up on the other side. Okay, okay, but it wasn't, but there wasn't any,
Well, we didn't want to think that, and we know her, and we just felt that maybe COVID had, she had suffered with maybe got COVID or something and passed in the middle of the night, but she was fine New Year's Eve that we know of, and then the next day we find out that she was gone. So it
right,
was sudden.
and yeah, and what she was telling me is that she had a headache
Yeah,
and her head
she's
hurt and she laid down. So I kind of think it was just more of like, I don't know if like it was an aneurysm or something
right.
to, but she wasn't, because she said if she'd have thought, okay, thank you. She said if she thought it was bad, she would have called an ambulance or something. So
Hmm.
she didn't recognize it as it's a, oh my gosh, I'm dying.
Yeah, she went and laid
So,
down.
so
Yeah.
yeah, she just laid down and she went to sleep. And so it just could have been that everything stopped, but that's just from her perspective, that's what happened.
Well, we were hoping
Um,
that my mom was there to just
absolutely.
greet her on. So,
Yep, yep. She wasn't alone. She said I was asleep and then I just woke up on the other side. It's like nothing, like she said it's like if I just went outside to the neighbors. I mean, it was just
that
that
quick.
easy and yeah, so it wasn't she wasn't in pain. She wasn't uh crying out for people or crying out for help or in devastating pain. She doesn't give me that. Now she might have been a person that had a high pain tolerance. I wouldn't know about that, but because sometimes when we have a high pain tolerance, we think we're okay when we're not. But she didn't know that anything was wrong. She didn't have any signal like that. She just went to bed. She just went to bed, and she just wants you to know that she loves you, but she doesn't feel like anybody abandoned her or that she was helpless. It wasn't like that. But mom, your mom was there. And then she's talking about a friend of hers was there too. Um, and another male. Who's the male to her that passed, or to you?
It would have been her fiance who died before
Okay,
her.
thank you, because I got to the okay, because I got it was like a male to her side, but and so he was there.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
but she's fine, and but she was not in any. She didn't even know she was in danger, so it was yeah.
Well, we were concerned because she was alone. She told her daughter to go ahead and go out and enjoy herself, and you know that all
Yeah,
happened within that amount of time. So we don't
yeah,
even have the exact time of death. So
yeah, and it's kind of interesting too, because sometimes we can. It's just how the universe sets things up that it's like this sometimes. Like, so, and I get that like her daughter did the right thing by going and doing her thing.
yeah.
This was all in how it was part of where it was. But because here's the way that I get it is that she at the way that I'm hearing it, she would have passed anyway. So the daughter could have come back and gone off to bed, and then the next morning found her. So that's like, I don't think in the way she's given to me, anything would have stopped that. Am I making sense?
Yeah. She's kind of, you know, we were we just didn't know whether she felt like she wasn't going to be there, or like you said, it could have happened regardless of what time. And her daughter could have been home, and she went and laid down and had a I knew she wouldn't. She said she hadn't been feeling well, and we had talked to her earlier, and she was slurring her words, and we thought maybe she was on some kind of medication. And my sister kind of insisted on her going to the doctors, and she said no, she was just going to go lay down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And that's where, like, it's again that pain
yeah,
tolerance and that thing. And so to me, that kind of goes with, like, to me, like with an aneurysm or something, or possible stroke.
yeah,
But it's like the way that it's being given to me is that because of her insistence and her going to bed and laying down, she
right,
just thought everything was going to be, she was
okay,
just going to rest and wake up. She wasn't pushing her daughter out to die. It
no,
was like
of
she
course,
wasn't expecting to die.
yeah, well,
Okay, so but she is okay, and just tell her family that she is okay, and that um she wasn't crying out for help. That's how she keeps saying it.
okay, okay,
So she went to sleep, and then that was how she made her transition. Okay.
yeah, yep.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but
Uh,
thank you. Thank you.
can
Okay.
I ask you something? Does she have
Yeah.
my little dog with her?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because she was the one that gave me the dog.
Yeah, she never met him, and she always wanted to meet him. And it was funny that I mean, they both passed. I mean, he passed January of last year, and Lisa died New Year's Day. Um, and so it was one of those things where I was like, well, if anybody's got him, Lisa's got him, because she's always
Yeah,
wanted to.
yeah,
I was always checking on him. So
yeah,
I know that sounds
yeah.
kind of
So
silly, but that little dog had a soul like you wouldn't believe. I mean, he
no,
was precious.
because I know, because I've dealt with so many pets that have passed over,
Yeah,
and I also know that sometimes it's again that we love them like they're our family and they're our children,
sure.
and there's this deep, and that's why it was important to let you know that he was there, you know.
She was a big animal lover. She
Yeah.
worked for Rover and would take care of people's dogs, and that's how we realized that she wasn't answering our door. A guy had come to pick up his dog, and that's
Yeah.
what brought the police and
That's what
everybody.
brought it in. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Well,
right. Well,
and so, but thank you.
No, thank
Thank
you.
you.
I
All right.
appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Carol.
let's see if I've got, thank you. Let's see if I've got anything else. And I had some other people that had raised hands. This is at the point where I get where the energy starts to pulse. Sally, did you have anything you wanted to add or say or?
I could take the name Elizabeth and May and a pilot and a boat and an RV. So I know how these messages bleed over. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh, I can hear you.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad that you know, and that you can take acknowledgement of that. Um, Also, do you have a friend that passed?
Yes.
A female?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I'm supposed to like, and to me this was like I almost want to call her like a lunch buddy or a shopping friend. I mean, like somebody like you get out and have a girls' time. Am I
Yes.
making sense?
Yes. Yes.
And I'm just supposed to I'm just supposed to tell you hello and that she loves you. And she also wants to thank you for your advice because your advice always helped her to be a better person.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Maggie, did you have any last thing you needed to add? Unmute yourself. Okay, you
Can you
got
hear
it,
me?
Maggie?
Can you
Yep,
hear me?
you unmuted yourself. Yep, I can hear you. You
Okay.
unmuted you and then you took off your video.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm doing. So you had asked about a male that passed from COVID. My girlfriend
Uh-huh.
just lost her nephew last month. He was 27 years old.
Okay, and that can be where I kept having a young person there. All right, well, just let everybody know that he is okay. All
Okay.
right, that he is okay, and uh, but he's also saying he gave it to other people or somebody gave it to him, so he's worried about more who he gave it to.
Yeah, the whole family had it, and he was actually not feeling well, and they were on their way to take him to the hospital, and he said he couldn't make it, and they called the ambulance, and he passed away 2 hours later at the hospital.
Okay, okay, because he's giving it to me like if he gave it to everybody or if everybody had it.
Yeah, everybody had it.
Okay, and so this is the one thing, and that he's saying is it's a real thing and take precautions.
Okay.
Okay, so that's, and I don't know if, I think that's a message to his family. I don't know, but to take precautions and
Okay.
yeah, yeah. All right. Okay, so all right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. So they're pulling the plug. So which that means is that like if I give you anything else, it's made up. Okay. Um, or I'm, not doing it well. And I want to tell you thank you for sharing with me. And we will be putting this on the recording on my website so that you can download it. I don't know how soon we'll do that, but you need to give us at least a couple of days since this is new to figure out how to put it out there. And also, I don't know. I'm just going to say, raise your hand if you think this is a good thing, and should do it again. So just okay, good. Yay. Okay. All right, good. And even if you didn't get something directly, I think that you probably still got something wonderful out of it. And anyway, so this was awesome. It's a wonderful way to connect. I think I'm just going to have reunions on here just so we can talk to each other. All right. Well, I love you and I appreciate you. And I behold the Christ in you, and I love you just the way you are, one with God. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and thank you for sharing today with me. I love all of you. All of you. Thank you. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. You can stay on and ask, but I can't channel anybody at this point. But if you have any questions that you want to ask, just jump in. So. Okay. All right. Well, with no questions, I'm going to say goodbye and I'm going to go ahead and end this. And you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Love you much.